Alright, I've been playing frequency all night. I had a lot of my, but I was able to retrieve it using 1.98 hertz. 1.95 hertz is another good one. Got a list of frequencies here to retrieve it. She also started fucking with, it's the girl who soul swapped me again. She had a classmate by the name of Ashley LaFouche. Her name is Mad Elusive. I want to mention, because this bitch is, I'm trying to get my hands on it. It's mad fucking hard. I called on one of my ancestors, Marie Laveau, to handle it. I mentioned in past whatchamacallins that she went by, I think, the Soul Swiper, or the Soul Thief, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's trying to go under, what is the Soul Stealer, Soul Thief, whatever. Hopefully nobody in Grid Hyper don't do anything bad with that knowledge, because I've been getting some friction from them. I've been trying to settle things on my own. But anyways, significantly, I mentioned she's going to do some trickery, really, use 694, 695 hertz. I mentioned that on there, 1181 hertz to C. I also want to say add as many zeros at the end and beginning and all around as possible. She's going to try to do some trickery with that info. So be very careful. I just saw a coffin driving with somebody in it. Hopefully it's not my dad. I keep mentioning my dad. He was born, he's not Taurus, but Gemini, crazy Gemini, my dad. My mom used to call him. Born May or April 1946. So help him out. She did something where she pulled him out. I don't know, some people, talking about you ain't really getting any hell, they still stuck in a hell realm and all of that. And me and Santa Word, they went, tried to bust them out. You can use 125 hertz, 3517 hertz, 3517 hertz coupled with 115 hertz, which is really, really good for helping somebody out, locating somebody. But anyways, mentioned that young lady, that the broad who soul swiped me, is an aspect of Marie Laveau. She goes by the name of Sassafras, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And she's been trying to do something where she's been trying to fuck with my highest self, put her, I'm trying to configure it out. Hopefully nothing really fucked up happens by me revealing that. Hopefully I didn't make a big mistake by mentioning that. I say I need spiritual help. With that being said, I did something yesterday. That 1248 2 hertz really ain't shit when dealing with them fucking, I almost want to say they like the Rothschilds and shit. The Rothschilds and Mountbatten Windsors. I've been trying to get my fucking highest self put bad. She got fucked up last night, really fucking bad. I just played frequency. Try to put her ass back and put everything back. Get this evil motherfucker who soul swapped me. But anyway, she's stolen an enormous amount of my soul consciousness. She right now in a place where it shouldn't be hard to access her, to get her ass. And I'm extremely fucking frustrated. I'm mad frustrated. With that being said, I was being urged by Adolf Hitler. They started fucking with him. They did something where they control his consciousness. The Rothschilds and the Mountbatten Windsors, and it's the real deal. It's not the other one that you see. So, you can use 3517 hertz, 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz to put them back together. They're doing something where they're using him to mess with me or something. It's some fucked up shit, and the man is inadvertently doing it. With that being said, try to help the guy out. Put him under some form of mind control, as a matter of fact. I had to go up against the Getty Villa last night. That's some evil ass motherfucking shit. You got two people. One of them who worked there. I'm trying to think of that guy's name. White dude wears a cap and drives a hatchback. White station wagon. Who are supposed to have the soul consciousness of my past life Swedish self in there. My husband from there. So he can resonate and get me over there and partake my shit. Look very similar to that. Damn, I can see a white man remind me of what the boy used to drive. My good friend, it ain't so bad. Felipe, not Felipe, Giuseppe. Anyways, with that being said, shit over. Heard them fucking roaches. The plane start fucking with them roaches and shit. But anyways, cause I gotta kill this bitch. This bitch been killing my ass off. Stealing my whole entire fucking soul consciousness. Swiped a big degree. I was able to use 198 hertz to get it back. But anyways, they were using the guy who would go around trying to recruit, for security officers. As I explained before, I was using 175 to try to get shit back. That helps with mind control. Also, the cloud frequency helps as well. They had all of my fucking spirit team all hemmed up in there, caught up in some whatchamacallit, I want to say miasma, where it was just, they were under like severe mind control. They had them under a white light or some shit like that, and that's where they get people. He was going around, and I heard that when I left the area, he was aggressively trying to get homeless people to sleep up there. So that what they do is they teleport you into your consciousness. That's why you see all white and have no consciousness. Get me there. And did that in a couple of timelines, but it keeps getting thankfully averted. And had motherfuckers seeing nothing but white light. And so with that being said, for higher self, we went somewhere. Consciousness was being, I mean, I nearly fell out of consciousness. I felt that like when somebody was about to die yesterday, I was just like, yeah, still to do this. I'm just like, man, I'm on the verge of fucking dying. I'm nodding in and out. I can't do that. There's no way in hell I can do that. I just saw Red Bull on the station wagon. But anyways, he would go around throwing rocks at people, trying to make homeless people sleep up there because they teleport you into your consciousness. Here's the codes for teleportation. have you become a battery for their security. Their security, just like with him, are cyborgs. I heard that his, I'm trying to think, is Ephraim or something. His name is Ephraim. That their cars are cyborg. He tried to take over my Archangel Michael or try to remove my highest self. But they'll take over your shit and try to, he has like a station wagon that'll turn into like a vehicle, very similar to the timelines where, you know, Prince Andrew never incarnated into his family. That's another thing too. I nearly killed their asses last night. Took Beatrice here and just got the 3517 hertz, just played it, took their past life cells. They did some trickery where they're trying to make it my past life cells or some shit. Rothschilds tried doing that. You may be able to play, I almost want to say 8147 hertz or 432 hertz is very good for reverting shit. 3002 hertz is very good. That is mirror zeros. With that being said, I came close to killing their asses. Like, all they got is their main consciousness. They don't have anything else. So if you play 3517 hertz, you know, try to get their past life incarnations in the spirit plane, you know, and just pull them out and, you know, try to, whatchamacallit them. They got all sorts of loopholes for that. You know, I'm going to show you the frequencies you could play to get over it. It's like 113 hertz combined with 114 combined with 113 hertz and 117 hertz and all that shit. I'm going to show you. Get their whatchamacallits and just pull them out the spirit plane and put them people back together. They have them people when they're about to incarnate, like with Prince Andrew's past life self, who was a gay black man in Chicago. I heard we're going to viciously go after him because he was supposed to be related to the next EK and shit. For him, all you got to do is just play. They put them people in hell realms. He was stuck in a roach realm, I heard. And then they tried to kill him off, so, you know, you're going to really have to play the 117 hertz, 3517 hertz. But they used them people as batteries. And when I was about to do that, Eugenie and the other one got mad fucking nervous. I could hear them in the spirit plane. Them niggas were fucking running. And that's exactly what you want. I heard that them motherfuckers, fucking roaches are, because they all fucked up. Tried to free them from them out in Mariah by playing the 735 hertz, 735 2 hertz. I think 735 hertz may be a lot more effective and better. They all fucked up. You know, I was trying to put them back together as much as I can, but dealing with this fat ass sex fried motherfucker is mad hard. You know, like, get rid of 110 hertz, 113 hertz, because it's fucking us up. Nigga know this now. Barry Samity. Hey, that's a good frequency to use. And I came up with it a long time ago against Jews. Why not be able to use that frequency? I'm thinking about putting it here. They put it somewhere later. I just had them do something. We had a call 48 2 hertz. And damn, it's hard for me to think of all the evil shit, especially that bitch who soul swapped me. Running around in my soul consciousness. Stealing my shit. Got a demiurge or whatever. And then is this, last part rhymes with this. Burn victim. I heard made a fist go out. I can't tell. I'm trying to discern what the fuck is going on. I ain't trying to put too much shit out there, really. You know, just like with the real vote thing, try to handle it like a woman instead of just. But that's just that. I be trying to sleep and then motherfuckers be like, oh, we about to disappear. And just like the other day, and I can't. But anyways, I was compelled. Oh yeah, speaking of Getty Villa, two people going missing. Sergey Morales and Effie Almenguez. But anyways, I got rid of it. I'm not really sure as to the effect. I know they fucked up Baron Samedi, and he was fucking with my timelines heavily, like helping me out. Because he saw I had that frequency downloaded. I call it the Hitler frequency because it gets them particular. I don't like them motherfuckers at all. The fuck all. Them motherfuckers were stealing, swiping, killing off them fucking roaches and shit. You know, who can't handle their shit on they motherfucking. They weak. You know, I hate to say it. They're weak. You know, they had. I can't. It's like I can't look away without their shit being stolen. It's disgusting. They had their whole soul consciousness. I think last night my whole soul consciousness stolen. I'm playing 198 hertz, or 195 hertz. Try to get my shit back. I wonder if she's trying to make my higher self sound like her, so I'm gonna just move with precaution. She had fucked up Santa Worthy. I know timeline where she, you know, I was trying to free her and everything. She took over and everything. I hope she ain't influencing them road spears that I mentioned, Santa Worthy. Because I'm trying to get my poor higher self back, and she's just, they're not strong. You know, I saw they had the niggas flanking my ass and stealing from me liberally. You know, using, I think they have a lot of my soul consciousness dispatching that they stole, you know, through the Getty Villa. My parents, you know, fucking dead. You know, my mother, I believe she an Aquarius. I know she a power sign. I want to think Leo or Libra. I got to look at the signs. I know she's definitely a power sign who you listen to and, you know, just has authority when she speaks. Linda Williams, my dad, Napoleon Williams, born out of April or May 1946. My mom, Desired Projects of New Orleans. My dad, Laurel, Mississippi. By the way, my dad, Desired Projects of New Orleans, 1958 or 56. It was one of them. One of them years. I kept thinking the 60s because she's young. But the thing, she's no longer with us, and there's a lot more going on with this shit. I'm tired. But with that being said, I took it down. I should have put it back up. I heard that they were going to do some. I was playing 8147 hertz to prevent this yesterday, where they were going to do some evil ass trickery to try to fuck with me and fuck me up and all of that. And there were some, you know, people. It seemed like they were trying to hold on to them road spirits. I don't know if they were killed. I don't know what the fuck. I tell these niggas, you know, 3517 hertz is really, really necessary. 1.10 hertz or 1.98 hertz or 1.95 hertz. 1281 hertz is another good one to, you know, just put yourself back together. That girl who soul swapped me, tried to take advantage of that early this morning by saying use 1.98 hertz. I'll just take it over and start fucking with you using it. Because it's a very good, accurate, and she's trying to do something to attach to the back of my consciousness right now. I'm trying to, I remember seeing her at a store. It was by Avalon. It was a Chinese restaurant. It was right by the South Park Chinese place. by Avalon, and I was told she was in that person. You know, I see I'm around surrounded by entity attachments of people. And I saw her one day with a bunch of black women, and she was looking at me cold hard, and I should have just fucking put my hands on her and tried to get back in my body. I fucked up. I fucked up royally. I used to go to her when I was staying at the VOA right around the corner. I really liked it. I miss, you know, First Serve was cool, you know, because I loved the neighborhood, but, you know, people were nice around there. They were, but very, very, very nice. I remember they had an Ecuadorian guy stop and pray for me, and very, very good people. Very good people. Sincere, and, you know, didn't racism and all that bullshit. And I saw, you know, I heard, and he even looked like it too, an entity attachment of my father just looking at me like, it's kind of like what I saw with my grandfather the other night. He was torn up and destroyed and everything else. So I got to kill this broad. You know, I heard from my poor high self was getting fucked with by it. It's not really hard to do, but that's an evil motherfucker. I pray she's not totally fucked up, my poor high self. So with that being said, I'm thinking about putting back the 110 combined with 113 hertz. Just try to make sure she don't fuck it up. Try to look out, you know, for my parents as much as I can. With that being said, try to do something about this evil bitch because, you know, like I said, I've been trying to handle it for the past couple of days. I can barely sleep. I'm blurry-eyed. This bitch is in my soul consciousness. That's not something that's easy to deal with. That's why I was like that 110 hertz combined with 113 hertz. It kept that evil shit with them kites the fuck away. I believe I was able to get a lot of my shit back. Like I say, if Baron Samedi is caping for that shit, endorsing that frequency, then I stand by it. It has to be credibly a very effective frequency. And I remember seeing, you know, one day the Soul Constant pictures, they looking like, oh shit. About to get hit with the anti-Kikenator frequency, with the kite frequency, the Hitler frequency. You know, I heard my fucking brother and all of that. I think she did somewhere she eviscerated them last night. She was pretending she'll do that shit, pretend to help and then turn and use roach attachments and then kill them off and all that shit. And it's another aspect of, I'm not going to go into too much detail, that's been helping. It's not her. I know that it's some evil shit, right? But anyway, she took over Santa Muerte when she was trying to put me back in my body. 808 hertz can get you back in your body. Really, I don't want this shit to have ever happened. And I'm going to say this. You ever seen the movie Butterfly Effect? I don't want this shit to have ever happened. It's too depressing. It's too distressing. There's too much manipulation going on around me, and I'm totally fucking compromised to where it's hard for me to figure out what the fuck is going on. I can't, I remember one day when the bitch killed me too, and I was about to make that quantum leap. Stole a part of me that can kill a person. Out of God of Satan came in, whatchamacallit, I woke up. I remember feeling how my conscious, how my life used to be, and it was so clear. And speaking of which, I noticed I was looking at, certain pictures and shit, and I saw her wandering around, because I know she's been taking my timelines and going back into the past and removing my parents, removing me out of my original timelines. And that's how deep this shit goes. I heard that they were trying to put me back in my body last night. I heard it, the motherfuckers I'm dealing with are the fucking Rothschilds and Mountbatten Windsors influencing the Rothschilds. I'm not really sure as to what the fuck I'm dealing with. But I really don't have the patience to deal with this shit, no. I get blocked every time I try to, get like a part of my spirit team, like my higher self back. my dad back from last night, and it's just like, no, this shit can't continue. You know, I had some of my Rothschilds try to, you know, in lieu of the 1248 hertz, 1248 2 hertz, they used 1.14, I think 14.1 hertz to remove their consciousnesses. My body at the front. They had their shit at the front, all of that, and but anyways, it's too fucking much, you know, where I'll have them attached, blocking me from getting shit back, irritating the fuck out of me, and that you can't function like that. You just, that's why I like that 110 combined with 113 hertz. I felt, I don't care, I don't know what the fuck they dealing with, but I felt safety with that. I felt protection. But I gotta get rid of this motherfucker, this bitch. This is an evil motherfucker. She fears going back to the roach realm where she used to be. And she got a soul, I'm not gonna say too much, but put her back in that motherfucker. She needs to go back. That's one evil motherfucker to be stealing people's consciousnesses. It's just like this guy at the manor here. Somebody becoming me ultimately, and that's not something you want. So, you know, make sure 694-695 on 181 hertz on, you know, try to see what the fuck's going on.